Okay.
Hi, welcome to our channel. I'm Dee,
I'm Kelly.
and we are Sisters of
Sisters of
Stitchcraft.
Stitchcraft.
Who knows?
My end, it was right, so it's probably wrong.
My end, it wasn't right, so it's probably right. Because last time it was right my end and it was wrong, but we will find out. Anyway, we're here today to talk about sewing bee.
Yay!
Episode 4, no, 5. 5, we on 5? Yeah, 5.
Halfway through, apparently.
Going quick, isn't it? Got my little notes,
Right.
my sketchy notes. So India week, bit interesting.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I love a sari.
Yeah, we'll talk about what I thought about the end in a minute, but yeah, as a general rule, no, it's just a time thing. It's not about their work; it's about time thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, generally I loved it, and I loved the first challenge. I thought the first challenge was brilliant.
Did it remind you of the jacket you've just made? Did me too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe it's not a mandarin collar. Maybe it's one of these.
So what was it called? A Nehru jacket. So yeah, really liked it. And I loved, so if we go through them, I don't know what notes you've got. You've usually got better than me, so do you want to go first?
So I've put, tough challenge.
Yeah.
Dee just, I put welt pockets, eek. Dee just made a similar jacket.
Yeah, I've got welt pockets, exclamation mark.
Yeah, I've got 2 exclamation marks.
And
then I've got Alex, great choice of fabric, well done.
And before we go on to that, the other thing I knew, which I never ever heard of before, was the double-ended dart.
Yes,
that was
interesting.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
almost a princess seam, but not quite.
Yeah, so yeah, just I've started mentioning that because I thought that was. And the other thing that struck me was that it wasn't lined, was it? It looked
I'm
like.
going to say no, it wasn't. No.
The outside, it looked like it should have been lined. I'm not saying it should have been, but I was quite impressed it wasn't.
No.
I could do that.
Well, you could, and I'm guessing from the history where it was the Prime Minister, wasn't it? The first Prime Minister took it on after Gandhi had sort of said about weaving your own garments. So I'm assuming it came from the poorest people.
Yeah. So
if that makes sense. And they probably wouldn't have been able to afford a lining, maybe, or maybe it wouldn't be practical in their heat.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Because they look so well made, so well tailored.
Yeah. You would expect it to have a fancy schmancy lining, wouldn't you?
Okay, so I was just that was all.
Yeah.
That was the only other thing I noted. So go on, so if we work through them.
So Alex, what I said when she picked the fabric was great choice of fabric, well done. And then I put fabric choice was key on that challenge.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, yeah. I put out Alex, lovely, nicely sewn.
Yeah, and she does so well, does Alex, doesn't she?
Absolutely.
Then I've got Susie next, and I've put, oh no, welt pockets, buttonholes, poor Susie, fabric was key.
Susie, nightmare, bless her, fraying, buttonhole disaster, pockets. But I did love Susie's fabric, even though it was a nightmare to work with. I can see why.
Beautiful. It was beautiful fabric, but yeah,
until
she made life hard for herself.
Yeah, so you just sometimes you just don't know, do you? So yeah, I agree with that. Poor Susie.
Oh, yeah, bless her. I've got Lauren next. Wrong fabric, upside down welts.
Oh yeah, I didn't make a note of that, but I do remember that. Yeah, so I've got nice clothes, but not good fabric.
I think she chose something like a viscose or something, didn't she? Something a bit drapey.
Yeah, it was far too drapey. It needed more structure, didn't it? So
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I think I like the fact that it was bright colours and all that. I thought that was
nice. It was beautiful fabric, just wrong. That would have been great for a tape romper. But not that jacket.
Definitely.
Yeah, bless her. Marcus, I've just put good.
I put
no other thoughts.
Military vibe, quite nice. I put
definitely had a military vibe. Yeah, he did well.
So nothing.
Georgie,
not finished. Georgie, sad face.
I put didn't finish and didn't look as good as Alex's.
Yeah, I just got.
She chose the same fabric, didn't she? So
And that was always going to be a risk. Don't do that. But she also, because of that, she started later than everyone else because she was the fabric. So she just did us
Foolish.
favors. Yeah.
Yes, shame.
Yeah.
But there you are. Luke, oh dear. They trimmed the collar. I was watching them do it thinking, probably not the best idea. And then I did think at the time, are you sure you want to trim the collar?
Yeah, but
Ooh.
the thing I've noted on that is that I did love the colours of that one.
Yeah, it was
So,
beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful fabric.
So, but yeah, with you on the collar thing.
Elsa, I've not written anything for Elsa. It's a bit.
Well, my first thing about Elsa is love Elsa's outfit. Love that shirt.
Yeah, she's definitely got her own style, hasn't she? And I quite like it.
But I really like Elsa's style. I have got nice fabric. That's all I've put.
Right. Excellent.
So,
I literally put nothing. I don't know why.
Too busy looking at what she was wearing rather than. Oh, how's that blouse work? What are the sleeves like? Oh,
You're there, Elsa.
Not what she's wearing.
Pasha, I've put not finished, but so pretty.
No, but that was my favourite, and it was such a shame it wasn't finished. I've got Pasha, my favourite, amazing. Just a shame it wasn't finished.
Yeah, definitely is the time.
Yeah, definitely. That would have definitely been my favourite had it been done.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think.
And see why it's Alex that won, wasn't it? And we can see why because it was really.
Oh, it was perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
You chose the right fabric in a good colour, and it was neatly sewn. You couldn't fault.
It's a sewing competition at the end of the day.
It is, and you couldn't fault it.
No, exactly.
Let's go on to the transformation, and we'll talk about Alex again.
Right, transformation. I wasn't. Well, the first thing is the learning about it. Didn't even know there was such a thing as a madras check until I watched that.
Me neither. It reminded me very much of the 90s shirts that were in fashion at the time.
Yeah,
no, I'd never heard of that.
Like that, and I never knew that's what it was called. So that was really interesting. I thought.
Yeah. And I put should be easy-ish.
I wasn't really digging it. I was like, how's it going to work? When it first came on, I was like, I'm not sure on this, the whole calico thing. Make an interesting summer outfit. Well, calico's quite thick, isn't it? It's not
structured,
really, really summery material. But anyway, so yeah.
So I've got Alex, you must use the calico. Mistake.
Alex, use the calico. What's the brief?
She's quite determined she wasn't using it.
But really?
I love Alex as well, and I love everything she does, but it was just like, why are you missing Janet that much that you need to do this? I don't know.
Who's to Janet?
Yeah, to Janet. I don't want to do what the brief says, so I'm going to do this.
Spirit. She's taken over Alex's body. But yeah, I mean, it was lovely, but it was just not what the brief was.
Oh, it was, yeah. To be fair, she sewed it well, and it was lovely.
Yes, it looked really nice. But yeah, no.
Even if she'd have just added a little bit of calico with pockets or something, I don't know. Yeah. Something.
Some structure somewhere. Yeah.
And she's got the skill. She could have done it. She just didn't want to use it. Whatever reason.
Very interesting. Yeah.
I've got Susie. Cute, but not for me. Poor Susie.
Oh, see, I like Susie's.
Yeah, it's just not what I would wear. I liked it. I thought she did a good job, but it's not what I would wear.
I loved all the pockets as a
finish it, did she?
Very good. No.
Something went wrong because I put poor Susie. Lauren.
Yeah, I thought it was the pockets were a great feature and it was great shape. And yeah. Okay, go
on. I think she did really good. Lauren, I've put shame.
Okay, I'll put. I obviously wasn't.
Marcus, I've put plain but well done.
I put well sewn.
It was too simple.
Well sewn, but not interesting enough. Which is basically exactly what you're saying. So yeah.
Basically, yes. Georgie, I've put cute, a bit messy, but very catwalk.
Yeah, I've got Georgie. Okay, a bit different. I like the skirt strap.
I Yeah. I put well done, Georgie, 2 exclamation marks. Luke, like their patchwork idea. Looks fantastic, but didn't really go with the skirt. If he'd have only done something that went together, like mashed, not
Yeah.
mashed, matched, then I think that would have been right up there for me because I really like the patchwork thing.
Yeah, that's what I've got. Love the patchwork. So yeah.
And I like that they did circles as well. That was quite interesting on the
I
patchwork.
yeah, rather than do square circle,
Yeah,
square patch, which you
yeah,
would
or
automatically get.
triangles, or
Yeah,
yeah. I
circles.
thought that was quite interesting,
Really
and it
cool.
created quite a lovely texture.
Yeah,
Um,
I liked that. That was good.
Elsa, oh no, it won't go on the form. Oh, okay, okay, but not for me.
I put cute too. I like the pockets.
We do love pockets. Pasha, loving the ruffle theme. Love it. My favourite. I think my favourite. Didn't need the flowers, but I didn't hate them. For me, she was the winner of that challenge.
Exactly the same. Love it. So pretty. My favorite, cute roses. So yeah.
Yeah, and I just thought it
It was
looked like a
well
complete
sewn.
outfit.
Yeah, and
Mm?
it was so well sewn, and it didn't look like it was taken from other stuff. It looked like you could have
No,
bought that
uh,
brand new
yeah,
fabric to shape and size perfectly. To me, everything about it was perfect. I loved it. I thought it was really, really nice.
me
Yeah,
too. I thought it was original and clever.
neat, and it was all perfect, wasn't it? There wasn't like
Yeah, and
something
it just
ruffled my
looked
feathers.
good.
Good
Yeah,
aesthetic.
yeah. I think the judges were wrong.
Yeah,
That
definitely. We definitely think
was the winner for me.
agree, and that's exactly what I've put. So yeah, I would agree with that. So I think we're
Cool.
in agreement on both so far, aren't we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
interesting.
Now I'm on to the made to measure. Are you on to the made to measure, or did you have anything else to add?
No, we can do the made to measure.
Okay, so I've
Oh,
put, not easy. Wow, over 100 ways to drape a sari. Who knew?
I know, that's amazing. I've always loved the look of saris. They just
I
look
love, they're just so vibrant and beautiful, and they look comfortable. And there's just something magical about a sari, I think. And
beautiful.
I'm very jealous that I don't get to wear them.
You can.
But over 100 ways to drape, I never knew that.
No, that's amazing. Well, my main comment on this, which is what I was going to say at the beginning, is 4.5 hours. Really? To make a dress? That's just ridiculous. Utterly. I don't care how many times they've done it. You know, I've made dresses and it's to do it in 4.5 hours.
I couldn't do it.
The level of sewing they're expected to do, I think 4.5 hours.
That's the whole point of the program, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and I get they have to have a time limit, but I just don't think that was a realistic time limit personally. I just felt, and that's why in my head, what I was thinking at the end was we'd have had better outfits with a little bit more time. You don't need just an hour, maybe an hour more. Then we would have had more finished items that would
I'd
have.
need a week.
It's not, yeah, I think they should all be nearer to finishing than that, and I don't think it was their fault. I think it was the fact that it was just a big ask because the stuff they were asking them to do, the fabrics they were using were always going to be difficult
It,
fabric. Sorry,
in
fabric.
all fairness, it would take me that time probably just to cut it out.
Yeah, and I know they're better than us. That's fine. I get that,
Of course,
but
yeah,
I still think that was just an unrealistic.
unrealistic.
And I don't
Yeah,
like slag off the sewing bee because I know it's a competition, you have to have rules and stuff like that. But this particular one,
yeah,
I just thought, I mean, I don't know how, does it change each one? I've never really always clocked the time that they get. I think it does change from,
maybe it does. I don't know.
felt that 4.5 hours just wasn't enough.
Oh
Maybe
gosh,
that's
no.
a lot of them are not finishing this series, I'm finding. And I
Well, I think the times are unrealistic all the way through, to be fair. But then I look at it from my point of view. There's no way I'd get any of those. There's no way I'd be able to do it.
that's why we're not going on the sewing bee. But
I never will.
I just think it's a real shame because some of them could have been just that little bit better with a little bit
Yeah.
more time because they're so pushed. And like you say, it takes an hour to cut it out sometimes, doesn't it? Doesn't matter how
I
many
mean,
times you've done it, but when you're
look at
using
what Pasha was doing, picking off the beads.
yeah, absolutely. And was it Susie that was doing all those pleats?
Oh yeah, bless her.
So
Poor
let's
Susie.
go through them then. Now I've had my little whinge.
Okay, yes, all right, fair enough. You aren't wrong. So I've got Alex, pretty, not sure it's enough. Again, I thought it was a bit simple. Love the colours though. It's beautiful but simple. And the pleats weren't even, I think I've put. I don't even know, I can't read my own writing.
I've put Alex, gorgeous fabric, okay dress, but too much like Georgie's, I felt. And for Georgie's,
Mm.
we've gone to hers because it was similar, wasn't it? With just like the sort of
Yeah,
fitted
hers was simple as well.
around the top. I've put nice but doesn't inspire me.
I've put didn't practice exclamation mark exclamation mark. What the heck?
Let's
And
not
then
get
I've put
after what I've just been through with the one I
I
did.
put not sure it'll be enough. It's pretty but too simple.
Mm,
And I thought it was very ill-fitting as well. I didn't think it really fit the model very well.
no, it just, but a dress like
So
that has to fit perfectly as well. You've got
I
no.
just didn't think either of them did enough, quite
That's
honestly.
exactly what I felt. Yeah, it was a nice dress.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be nice to wear out at Christmas time, but it wasn't.
Yeah. It didn't really fit the brief.
No.
No, I agree. So going back to Susie. Ooh, like the idea. Fingers crossed for her. Oh no, poor Susie. It actually looked pretty in the end. I thought it looked good. I liked it.
Oh, I love Susie. Love Susie's. Oh, love Susie's, which I think meant with the drawing of it.
Yeah.
Quite avant-garde, which I quite liked the idea of. But so much work. And then I put, oh, Susie. Boo. So it was all going horribly wrong for
No, left side. That's so something I would do.
yeah, and I put good effort. It just didn't quite work, but I
Yeah.
liked the idea of it, and I liked what she did. And like you said, I think in the end it did look okay. It just wasn't
Yeah.
quite. Again,
But
give her an extra.
again, time.
She could have tidied that bit up, and it would have looked so much better. But I love the
Yeah.
dress, and there was just something about this bit that wasn't quite working. It was still
It
very.
was thrown on, wasn't it? Rather than, which
Yeah,
is I get after all that pleating or pin tucking or
absolutely.
whatever that was she did.
So
But
yeah,
yeah, so bless Susie. Lauren. Ooh, self-drafted. Fingers crossed for her. And then I've put, oh dear. Looked great on the catwalk, bless her. So little time.
again, I really, really liked Lauren's, and I have to say, I think if Lauren had finished that, it was going to be my favorite. I loved the color. I loved the way it draped. I loved the sparkles underneath it. I thought that was really inspiring for the Indian look. I thought it was a beautiful idea, but I have put self-drafted brave. But again, if she could have pulled it off, that would have been
And
fantastic.
she nearly did. Like you said, if she'd had another hour,
Yeah.
she'd have done
I
that.
just,
She'd have
I
smashed that out of the park.
Yeah, I felt really sorry for Lauren because I really loved what she was doing. I loved that she was being that little bit braver than everybody else.
Yeah.
And it was just a shame she didn't get it finished. But even
Yeah.
now on the catwalk, it still looked okay. You could tell it wasn't finished. But I think if she'd have had
Yeah.
time to just fine tune those last little bits, I think that would have been a beautiful outfit. I really do.
Yeah. I do too. And then I've gone on to Marcus. I've put boring question mark. Fabric was very pretty. Shame it's not finished.
And I'm much the
And
same.
it didn't completely meet the brief I've put.
Love fabric, but a bit tame. Look
Boring,
okay.
tame.
Shame it's not
Yeah.
finished. So yeah, so
I've got Luke. I've put we'll see. I didn't really like it. And I didn't like the velvet. I didn't like it at all, to be honest.
I like the idea of it. I loved the idea of the dropping the bit down and having the train and all that.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good. The I liked the velvet and I liked the idea of it. What I didn't like was the skirt shape. It was
It's
a bit
horrible.
too high at the front, and I don't know. There was just something about the skirt, the dress shape that wasn't quite right. I really like the idea of it. I really did, and I can see where they were coming from when with the idea and everything. I put funky, great fun, stood out more than other people's. And magnets, question mark, curious. But again, I like the fact that they went out of the box a little bit and did something a bit different.
It wasn't boring, that is for sure.
So
I just thought that the valve just looked cheap.
I was just about to say that and get where you're coming from. Great colour though, love the hot pink. But
Beautiful colour, but yeah,
I,
just didn't like it.
I'm a bit on the fence with that one because I did like it, but there were elements of it that didn't work for me. So
Yeah. Yeah.
and again, more time probably could have finished it a little bit better, and done
Yeah, it just wasn't for me.
a bit of
Elsa, I've put good idea, love the colours, love, 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 exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Elsa, love the idea, clever, very clever, like it. So
Pasha, I've put, ooh, Pasha, love the idea, love Pasha's. Yes, go, Elsa. So I've put Pasha or Elsa are the winners for me.
I've put Pasha, love the drawing, looks like a lot of work. And then my underneath comment from the catwalk, I want, looks fab, even without the bottom, very clever. I love it. I want it.
I actually think it looks better without the bottom.
So do I.
The way it was asymmetrical, that was
Like them. I
stunning.
liked the fact that she sort of made it look like there was draping and angles in it without
Yeah,
actually doing it. That was so
yeah,
clever to be able to do.
very clever. The fabric choice was
Sleeve.
beautiful.
Beautiful sleeve. That was
I
just,
loved it.
yeah, I loved
I
everything.
loved it. It was, for me, it was a toss up between Pasha and Elsa at the end,
If
not Elsa and Luke.
Ashes had been that in the drawing and the expectation, there's a chance she could have won. But
Yeah,
probably didn't, because she didn't put the bottom bit on it, which I agree with you. I think it was better without.
personally, it's more wearable, I
I
think.
do.
But
I
yeah,
think it would have
so
been closer had that happened, but because she didn't put the bottom of it, it was therefore not really finished, so she couldn't win.
yeah,
It would have been close
shame.
because
But
there
I
was so
loved
much
it.
good about it. Yeah. So, but I'm with you. Elsa and Pasha, both of those two would have been
Yeah, I would have been happy with joint winners again with those two, if I'm honest. But Elsa's perfect. I mean,
yeah.
it was beautiful. The concept, the
It
execution,
was so clever. Yeah, the script was
amazing.
good, and the little cutouts were all clever and even
Yeah,
and tone.
yeah.
But yeah, the actual
It was
concept of it was just genius, I thought.
absolutely genius. And she'd
Much like
done
a
her
genius.
research, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean, as
To
well,
link
which I
the two
thought
together
showed.
in her head, and then to link it together into such a great outfit was just amazing. So
Amazing. Really clever.
yeah,
Really good. Deserved winner, I think.
that's
I put Lauren or Susie going home, question mark, question mark. To be honest, I've put Lauren or bless her, exclamation mark, and phew for Susie, because I honestly thought it was going to be Susie.
I've got Lauren. No, oh Susie, you were very lucky.
Yeah, and I think if Alex's hadn't been so well made, and if she hadn't have come first in the pattern test, I think she'd have been down as a contender as well.
Definitely. So I thought it was a really tough week. I liked it. I really liked
Loved it.
loved everything, all what they were
Yeah.
doing. But I just thought it was really tough on them. And I think personally, this series has been really tough.
Yeah.
Really, really tough. I think it was tougher than last year, from what I can remember.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe it's just where it's fresh every year. It feels like it's the toughest year.
And
I
I guess
don't know.
also I appreciate things that they're doing more now, whereas before I'd have just thought, oh, that's nice or that's not nice. Now I can appreciate more what effort's going into it and what's difficult
Work.
and what isn't difficult and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's I was probably last year looking at more a creative aspect, whereas now I look at it from a sewing point as well.
Yeah.
I just think it was really, really tough. Like, you
It
just
is
say,
really tough.
so glad I'm not there.
Yeah, it's always like, oh. But I mean, they're there for a reason. They're there because they're good sewists. They've been through a rigorous process to get that far.
Yeah, so we know that they're
Um,
good, but they are
so
just
they should, yeah.
so
And I guess they need to be tested. I mean, if it was easy every week and they had enough time every week.
yeah, I'm not saying it should be easy. I just think some of the tasks are particularly difficult. I mean,
They are
the jacket wasn't, in the end, it wasn't hugely difficult. I think when I first saw it, I thought it was going to be lined, which would have made it a lot harder.
more difficult, yeah.
But the fact it wasn't lined, like you say, it's very similar to the one I've just done. And actually, that's fairly straightforward. It took me a long time because I wasn't in a great place in my head and because
Yeah. Well, and it's a new skill. It was new skills as well. It's
and I did go outside the box and do other stuff as well. But yeah, on the face of it, and then I did think I could actually make that jacket.
yeah. Oh, you could have done without a doubt, and you could have probably made it in the time frame. To be fair,
So could you as well. You
I
could.
don't know.
You could.
I
It's
definitely.
not as difficult as they look. It's the lining, I think, that scares me in a jacket because
Mm,
it looks tailored.
I think I could probably make it, but I think again it would probably take me a week rather than an hour and a half or whatever they had.
Oh, it's a bit like a shirt. A shirt, because I've just finished that shirt for Matt. A shirt is really easy in the sense that the actual the construction of the shirt is so basic with your front bits, your back bit, your sleeves. It only gets tricky when you get to the collar.
Yeah.
That's the bit. The collar takes me longer than the whole of the rest of the shirt, and I still haven't got it. I've made 3 and still haven't got it right. Can't figure what I'm doing wrong. So I'm going to watch a tutorial next time and see if that helps. But anyway, going off tangent then. But yeah,
And
so
why not?
so I just think, yeah, very hard. But like you say, it's probably because I'm appreciating what sewing's more about sewing now than anything else.
Yeah.
So, it's difficult. Whereas before I may have thought something was easy when actually it's not. So,
No. Yeah, I agree with you. The jacket, I think, was probably easier. And again, if they'd have had another half an hour, they'd have probably all done a lot better. And to be fair, it was fabric choice. It was fabric choice. If you chose the right fabric, that was an easy pattern challenge.
Yeah, definitely. I'd agree with that. So now we just got to see what next week brings. Oh, it's Kids Week next week.
Kids Week. Looking forward to that. Obviously, I turned it off as soon as I heard them talking about next week, but I did hear that it was Kids Week. But I like Kids Week because it's cute.
It doesn't inspire me.
It inspires me because I want to wear all the children's clothes.
No doubt we'll want to wear Alex's.
I almost guaranteed, isn't it? Almost guaranteed, and possibly Susie's, depending on what she does. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Good. Right then, we best go.
Yes.
Yes, we'll speak to you all again soon. So
yes, happy sewing.
Happy sewing. Bye.
Bye.